Chad Powers is the newest show to be released this year. Um, and let's just talk about it. So, Chad Powers is a football comedy starring Glenn Powell. It is 6 episodes. Each episode is 35 minutes long. Um, and it's just about this football guy who made a mistake. And that kind of cost him his career and everything. And years later, he's just this down on his luck loser. And he gets the idea to use prosthetics that his dad is using for a movie to take those, become this college hotshot rookie, Chad Powers, and do all that. It's not long. It's just a fun show that's trying to be nothing more than a show with a good emotional hook and funny moments. And it does that. It's not reinventing anything. It's not perfect. It's nowhere near being perfect, honestly. Um it's not trying to be like anything special or anything. It's just another comedy show to throw on and have fun with, starring Glenn Powell, who is one of the newer actors to the scene and quickly becoming one of the better newer actors. Um, I think that all the episodes are just so fun, like super fun. Episode 3, I think. Yeah, 3, which is the one. I'll just go through all the episodes, but 3 is my favorite. Episode 1 is just, it's the longest one with 41 minutes. It's just getting you introduced to everything. Russ Holiday, he made this mistake, accidentally hit this kid. Everything went crappy for him. Years later, as I said, he gets prosthetics, goes to college, pretends to be Chad Powers, and being really good at throwing it, does get invited to be in the team. It was a fun start to the show. I think it was a really good episode. And I think it sets up the show for what it is, which is just fun, not special or anything, but a fun show. The one thing that I do hate about this show is Danny, who's like the best friend played by Frankie Rodriguez. I hated that character like the whole season. He was annoying, stupid. His character sucked. Everything about him just was stupid. He had some moments where it was like haha, but other than that, he was stupid. I think Glenn Powell is a great actor, and I think he plays both Russ and Chad really well. I think that Perry Mattfeld, who plays Ricky, who's like the girl that he ends up kind of falling for, and she becomes like his friend. I think she's pretty good in the show. Steve Zahn, who's the coach, who obviously was the dad in How to Train Your Dragon, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, is really good, and I like him as a coach. Episode 2, he just gets invited to this like hangout at the coach's house. There's a water balloon fight at the end. And like there's a pool and everything. He gets invited. Basically, you have to be part of the team, and he can't get the stuff wet or else it will get ruined. So he has to kind of like dodge it all. He ends up getting in a water fight, and he's just like screw it, and he goes all out. It had funny moments. This is one of the like funnier ones. I like the water balloon fight and everything, and like all that happens there. I think it was really fun. But episode 3 is probably my favorite, which is all set at this one game. Chad finally gets his opportunity to play. He uses a play that Ricky made, and the coaches didn't want him doing that because they didn't know if she could do it, but he uses it anyway and wins them the game. I just really like this episode. Obviously, it still has issues, but it's probably my favorite of the season. I just really like it. Episode 4, Russ and Danny go on like a trip to the store trying to find more glue for the makeup before the next game. And this one was, I mean, it was funny, it was weird, but pretty funny. I mean, looking for glue and everything was pretty funny. Glenn Powell's parents show up like they do in like all his projects. And it was short, sweet, to the point. But I mean, nothing really special. Like episode 5 though is the existential crisis episode where Russ kind of is just like I'm gonna kill Russ and I'm just gonna be Chad. He gets an interview at the coach's house for like ESPN. He goes there and he finds out that a girl that he hooked up with in the bar the previous night is the coach's wife, which starts unraveling everything. And then the coach has like a heart attack at the end, which goes into episode 6, which is the last episode, which I think that's the biggest problem with the season, is that there's 6 episodes and each just like 30 minutes long besides the first episode. So it's like you don't really get as much content. And that's probably because Glenn Powell is like a movie star, so he doesn't have time to do like a long show. So instead, 6 short episodes. Doesn't really work. But episode 6 was a pretty good one. Ricky, Perry's her real name. Ricky finds out that Chad is actually Russ and kind of gets mad at him, and then at the end so he like meets with his father. His father kind of like apologizes and forgives him and tells him to keep doing it. He goes and talks to Ricky in a scene that I want to come back to, but he kind of basically blackmails her into keeping him on the team. And then it ends with them like, it just ends kind of like right there. They get into the game. The game's about to start and it stops. And that's Chad Power Season 1. Pretty good, pretty good. The scene in the bus, though, I really, really like that scene. Just her not even forgiving him and, like, I hate you, and he's like, I know. But, like, him blackmailing her. And then the scene where she's like, you almost killed my father and you killed my best friend. And he's like, huh? And then she's like, Chad was, like, my best friend and you basically killed him, which, I mean, when you look at it, he kind of did. So it's like, I really did like that. And like when she said that at first, you killed my best friend, I was like, wait a minute, did I miss something? And then she's like, Chad, and I was like, oh yeah. But I'm excited for season 2. Hopefully it does get a season 2. I think that Steve Zahn is great. I think that Glenn Powell's great. I think that Perry Matfield's great. There's like this there's this one character who's like the other quarterback who gets sidelined for Chad, and he kind of has like a villain turn at the end of the season. His character was weird the whole time, and then he has like a villain turn at the end that was pretty funny. It was a good character, and like it was meant to be a little bit odd, but it was like a good funny odd, not like a bad odd. The best friend though, Danny, Frankie Rodriguez, whatever you want to call him, I hate his character, and he's the one thing that really dragged the show down, and could have made the show better if it was like a different character, or if they just didn't have him in it at all. But I mean, for what it's worth, it's exactly what it wants it to be, which is just a fun, short time to have a couple laughs, have a couple emotional moments, and give you another show to watch week to week, so you have something to look forward to. So that leaves, if I'm correct, one show left for this year, which is Mayor of Kingstown Season 4. I still need to finish Season 3, which I'm not even close to finishing, and then Season 4, catch up on that, and then just watch it till it ends. There will be a video for it when it ends, no matter what. I will make sure of it. But until then, we are left with movies now for the rest of the year. Just movies. And then next year, which I'm so excited for. Next year is going to be awesome. But for now, Chad Powers is on the lower end of the TV shows this year, but it's not bad because I don't think that there has been a season of television this year that has sucked. They all are really good to great to phenomenal to that was pretty good. So, see you for on the television side. I will see you for Mary Kingstown season 4 in December, and then after that, a ranking of all seasons of television I saw this year. And then for movies, obviously, whatever movies are in November, whatever movies are in December, a ranking of all the movies I've seen this year, ones that I have done reviews for, ones that I haven't, and ones that I watched later and did mini reviews for. And then, around end of December, beginning of January, I will do a top 10 most anticipated movies video. I will do a top 10 most anticipated TV shows, and we will just go from there and hopefully review most, if not all, the movies and shows I see next year. So, I will see you in the next video, which hopefully won't be super long, because I think there's a movie in the first week of November coming out. But if not, I know there's Now You See Me pretty early on in the month. So I will see you when I see you. But thank you for watching. And if you watch Chad Powers, tell me what you thought, because I thought it was pretty fun.